Hi everybody, welcome to the Zipaquira Salt Cathedral, which is located in the town of Zipaquira near Bogota, Colombia. Now, this was a salt mine in the early days. It goes back in the 1800s, but in the mid-1900s it was abandoned. The salt mining process was abandoned. Eventually, they built it into a cathedral. Yes, a cathedral made out of rock salts. So, that's what it's going to look like inside. Stay tuned, we're just getting started. Hi everybody, welcome to the cathedral inside. This is the little passageway getting into the salt cathedral. Now you can see there's a lot of the salt right here. It's all the 100% salt right here. And that was the case in Nemicon mine. If you follow me on YouTube, this morning I did one in Nemicon. I actually licked it. I won't do it again, but this kind of salt you basically can lick. Now here's the cathedral entrance right down here, and you can see there's a little more of the salt on this side and the black rock as it goes down here as well. Okay. Hi everybody, continuing the tour of the salt cathedral. We're a bit further down the entrance now. As I mentioned, it used to be a mine, but it was a salt mine. Now if you look here on the ceiling here, you got some salt stalactites here. You can see that there? A couple right there. So I mentioned they abandoned the mining process in the mid-1950s, but hey, there's still salt seeping down. Alrighty, first part of the tour here. Here's a spot which represents where Jesus was seized and condemned to death, and he started his walk towards the crucifixion. Now, behind you, you might be able to see there the letters, the light sometimes flashes on and off, but it's I-N-R-I, which stands for Jesus Nazarenus Rex Judaeorum, Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews. Okay, so talk soon. Alrighty, welcome to the next stop here. Now, here we have a rock which is sculpted into the shape of a cross. And this is, of course, the salt rock, as I mentioned now. What happens is you have a rock behind it here, and the sculpture of the cross, which is presented on part of it. Now, the rock behind it represents Jesus, and the cross represents the cross that Jesus carried on his back on the way towards crucifixion. Now, they say use your imagination. There's what else you can see here. Okay? But there you go. Alright, here we have the next stop. Now this cross here represents the first place where Jesus fell along the route towards crucifixion. Now, I should mention that if you look down here, you've got a bunch of cracks here in these stairs. Now supposedly these represent the traumatic events that Jesus went through on the walk towards crucifixion. Alright, here we have the next stop. Now this cross here, this little station right here, represents the place where Jesus met with his holy mother. Now I'm looking at the cross right here, up there, down. Now, if you look at the shape of the room here, it's round room. Supposedly that represents unity. Okay, now if you look up there, you got blue lights. That represents Mary, the Holy Mother. Okay. Alright, here at the next stop. Now, this is the place where they said it's time to Jesus carried the cross. So we have the cross right here. Okay, and we have the rocks sculpted like humans. So one of them is Simon, and the other people carry the cross. Alright, welcome to the next part of the tour. Now here, we represent the spot where rock would wipe the face of Jesus. Now, if you look at the rock around here, and over here, there's a lot of undulations of rock. That supposedly represents the cloth that was used to wipe Jesus' face. And the cross right here is supposed to represent the lasting memory of Jesus. Everybody, next stop on the tour. Now here we have a spot where Jesus met with the women of Jerusalem. Now you can see there's a rock right there. There's another one right there. And of course you got the cross. The cross is represented by Jesus, and the rocks represent the women of Jerusalem. The light behind you supposedly represents the consolation of Jesus being there. Everybody, continuing the tour. Now here we have the spot where Jesus was actually crucified. Now, the miners, what they did was they carved out a huge chamber behind right there to represent the importance of the moment, which was the solitude of Jesus at the moment when he was crucified. Hi everybody, here we are at the spot that represents where Jesus actually died from the crucifixion. You can look at the cross right there, you can have a look at it there. Okay, that obviously represents where Jesus was. Now, as in the last case, the miners blasted out a chamber over there to show the importance of the moment, but in this case they did two. There's one back here, as you can see it there. Okay, now if you look behind you, there's another one there. You can see there's another big chamber right there. Okay. Everybody, continuing the tour. Now here we have a spot where Jesus was removed from the cross. Now, as you can see, it's not actually a cross. It's a hole in the wall carved into the form of a cross. So this hollow cross represents the fact that Jesus is no longer with us. But at the same time, the fact that there's a cross is there. It shows that Jesus will always be there with us in spirit. Hi everybody, here we are at the Holy Sepulchre, which represents where Jesus was laid to rest. Now there's two important parts to look at here. We have a rock right here, which blocked the entrance so no one can actually get into the chamber. And if you look over here, we have the chamber, which is obviously a little better lit up. This represents the tomb right here. Look at this whole area here, nice rock with crystals on it, salt crystals, all the way down to here. Now, it also represented where Jesus was resurrected. Everybody, continuing the tour. Now here we are at the domed room. Now the floor of this room represents humanity and its imperfections. A lot of imperfections in the sculpture of this floor, or the carving, where we're putting it. Now the room is a decent size. Look at here. Okay, now if you look at the ceiling, that represents the celestial part. It's all carved. But as you can see, there's a lot of stalactites there. Those have nothing to do with any carvings. Those are all just natural processes. Everybody, continue the tour. Now here we are at the choir chambers. This is where the choir actually sang. Now if you look over here, it starts over here, you go down here. Now this is a statue of St. Peter, who was brought by an Italian artist. Now here's the idea behind the choir. Supposedly the choir was here to protect the chapel down there. Have a look at the chapel down there. There you go. Already continue the tour. Now here we have the narthex, which has 3 stairways. Now, supposedly they take you either heaven, hell, or back to earth. Now, here we have one right here. See there? We have one right here. And we got one right here. Now, they didn't tell us exactly which is which, but I'm guessing maybe this is hell. No? Maybe this is heaven down there. Maybe this is earth back here. You be the judge. Alright, here we are continuing to. Now here we have one of the chapels here. You can see what's back there. You can see there's a Virgin Mary back there. Now here we have one of these sculptures here in the little depression in the salt rock. And here we have Nuestra Señora de Loreto, and she was apparently the patron saint for the armed forces. Now we can look back here as well. We got more of the beautiful salt rock. And look over here. We have another beautiful chandelier right there. Into the rock. Alrighty, here we have the next part. They call this the waterfall. Now, it's not really a waterfall. They say it looks like one. It's nothing more than just the 100% salt on the wall. Now, look at it, goes way up there. So you can sort of see it looks in their eyes like a waterfall, but you know what? Coming from Canada, you go to a place like Jasper and Banff, it almost looks like a frozen waterfall of ice and or snow. Hi everybody, here we are at the main chapel. Now this is the chapel you saw from the choir chamber. Now you can see there's a very big cross in the background there. You see way up there. See it there? Okay, now here's the kicker. It looks like a solid cross, but on further examination, it's actually a hollow cross carved in the rock. See it back there? It's actually a hollow cross. Now, the interesting thing is, from the view of the choir chamber, they look at it and they think it's a solid cross, and they appreciate it as being a really solid cross. Okay, so now we're going to look back here. This is the part of the chapel, and in the distance right here, we have the choir chamber up there. Everybody, continuing the tour. Now, here we have the part where they do the communion, and the priest gives the body of Christ right back here. And a little panorama here, some of the more of the carvings in the rock right there. There you go. Here we are at the spa part of the mine. Now, what happened here was they extracted the salt from the mine and they used a lot of it to make products that are good for your skin. Like some of this right here, some salt for your skin right here, cleaning out your pores, good on your hands and your face, and onto your body. And more of them here as well. Okay, now they have a couple other products here, which were made by some artisans. And of course, the salts were put together by chemists/pharmacists. Everybody, here we're at the next stop mine. If you look right here, this looks like a bit of a depression in the mine, but the reality is it's actually reflection in the water. It's considered the greatest reflection in all the salt mines here. Now, if you look at the ceiling right there, that's where reflection comes from. Now, the reason for that reflection being so beautiful is that the concentration of the water is very, very high in salt, so that explains why it's such a great reflection. Alrighty, here we are finishing off the tour of the Zipaquira Salt Cathedral. I must say it was a great tour. I learned a lot of things in there, saw a lot of sculptures and formations, and I learned a lot. Now, I'm going to introduce you to the wonderful tour guide named Miguel. How are you today?
Fine, thank you very much, Maurice. I'm very glad. Maurice was a very interesting guest. He made a lot of questions related with the different places, not only here in Zipaquira, but also in Nemocon. He's going to show you during these videos how was his experience. We are very glad to see you guys right here, to see these awesome places, and to be for us it's going to be like a real pleasure to be your host. So thank you very much again, Maurice, to be part of this experience too.
And thank you really for that. Now you work for Transfers in Colombia, correct?
That's right. Just follow us in Transfers in Colombia in Instagram and see the pictures.
And so if you come to Colombia and do this tour, you have to do it with Transfers in Colombia.